Okay. All right. So we are recording. Hello, third graders. I'm Mr. Ham. Nice to see everybody. You guys have probably seen me around. I am the supervisor for the arts in the district. So I supervise all the music and art teachers. And of course, I work with the all the music ensembles. So I'm going to now just share my screen. Give me 1 second and I will, share my screen with everybody. And we are going to talk a little bit about our instrumental program and how you guys can join for next year. All right. So with us today, it's going to have them wave. We have Mr. Verkuda. He's one of our teachers. He's over at Drew. We have Ms. McDonald over at GNR, and we have Mr. Wagner over at Drew. And I think he's being helped by Ms. Behrens also at Drew for some of our demonstrations. And you guys are going to get a chance to meet a few of our middle schoolers and high schoolers who have been in the program for a number of years, and they're going to help us tell everybody about how much fun this program is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to turn it over. Ms. McDonald, if you want to start off with the first slide, we're going to talk about the basics. And most importantly, as you guys are all going to be fourth graders next year, we want everybody to join. All right, Ms. McDonald, take it away.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ham. Hi, everyone. My name is Miss McDonald. I'm one of the band teachers at GNR. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how exciting it is that you're going into fourth grade next year. Because as a fourth grader, you get to choose what instrument you would like to play. So great opportunity for you to start thinking about. All right, so being in band or in orchestra, it's really, really fun, and it's a great program to be part of. So if you decide that you would like to play an instrument next year, Mr. Ham, can you just go back a slide? Sorry. So if you decide to play an instrument next year, there are a lot of wonderful opportunities that you have as a band or orchestra member. So you meet once a week in a small group for just your instrument. So for example, if you play the clarinet, violin, you will meet just with students who play that instrument. And then you will also get to be part of the full group rehearsal or full ensemble setting where you get to hear a lot of the other instruments as well. And what's really special is next year, those rehearsals will actually take for school. If you're someone who's a walker, you'll just come a little bit earlier. If you're the bus, we'll make sure that the bus comes to get you time. All right, so there's lots of exciting things in store for you for next year. And of course, part of our musical family. And just to let everyone know, can be in band or orchestra as well as chorus. So you can play an instrument. All right. Mr. Ham, do we want some of our guests to jump in?
Yeah, I think we said Lily and Jasmine, correct? Or
Hi everyone, I'm Lily and I currently play flute at the high school. I'm in marching band, jazz band, wind ensemble. I'm very involved. And I can tell you that being part of the band is a really great opportunity to form bonds with your classmates, and you get to go on fun trips, and down the line you'll travel for concerts. And there are a lot of leadership opportunities too. So whether you want to be a firefighter, a veterinarian, an engineer, just really anything, you'll gain a lot of skills for this. And it's a really great hobby. I know I've been playing a lot of flute in my free time, so join band.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm in 8th grade and I also play the flute. I've been for 4 years, and I can definitely tell you it's really fun. All of my friends, they're in band, and I was able to make more friends from band. And music, it just became a big part of my life after I joined because I was able to play songs that I like, such as if you guys like Star Wars or if you guys like Princesses. One of my years, I played a song from The Beauty and the Beast, so it's really fun. Not only does it bring you happiness, but it brings other people happiness. One of the years, I played at a nursing home. All the elderly people, they were just really happy to hear music that was being played. And you can excite a lot of other people, such as your teachers and even your parents. So I would definitely give.
All right, so let's just move on to the next one. So, all right, so let's talk a little bit about what instruments are available. And guys, if you have questions, we're gonna just save them for the end. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna turn the chat on towards the end of the presentation, okay? So, Mr. Wagner, if you wanna take this slide away.
All right, hi guys, I'm Mr. Wagner. I'm one of the teachers at Perry Drew. The other is Mr. Bercuda. So I'm just gonna real quick run through all these instruments. It's gonna be time, and I guess so. We'll start with the woodwinds. So woodwind instruments are instruments with a lot of buttons. You press down different buttons to make different sounds come out. Wouldn't that have been so funny if I fell? So the first one we'll talk about is the flute. The flute is, if you've ever had a soda bottle or something and you've tried to blow across it, that's how, there's a little, oh no. Okay, there's a little hole and then you blow right across it. The flute is pretty, it's a fun instrument. It's really fun, it's really pretty, and it's something, I don't know if some of you might be thinking along these lines, it fits in your backpack. That's kind of something that's nice about the flute. Other woodwind instruments, you have the clarinet. The clarinet, same thing, we're pressing plenty of buttons to make it work. The way the sound is made, there's this guy right here called a reed. Basically, when you push air past it, the reed goes like this and vibrates, and that's where the sound comes from. Super fun instrument. The clarinet's really fun because it can play super low and super high.
Guys, real quick, just if you want to have a better view of Mr. Wagner, if you go up to view, you want to put it on speaker view, not gallery view. That way you can see Mr. Wagner.
Does it matter if I'm sideways? Is that weird for everyone? Now you can see. Okay, I'm gonna stay sideways. So other woodwinds include saxophones. Saxophones we don't offer until 5th grade. Many reasons why, but it's really great to have a year on clarinet before we move to saxophone. It helps establish a lot of basics without the big honking goose horn that is a saxophone. So should I play saxophone? I'll play a little bit. It's basically just another woodwind instrument, lots of buttons. Awesome. And then we move to brass instruments. So brass instruments are a completely different family aside from the woodwinds. How you make sound on a brass instrument is you buzz your lips like this. Oh, where's the camera? It's kind of like you're pushing a lot of air out, and then you just push your lips together a little bit so they make a nice little buzzy sound. You take that and you put it, where am I? I'm upside down now. Guys, this is going great. Okay, so you do that buzzing sound into the mouthpiece, that vibration causes sound. It's a really fun instrument. Other brass instruments include Mr. Bercuda over there has a baritone. All of mine were given to kids, so I don't have any right there. Yeah, baby tuba. If any of you guys think maybe one day you want to play a big tuba, that's the start right there. You want to play, Mr. Bercuda?
Sure.
I love that.
There
I love
you
that
go.
so much. So that we would pair that instrument and the trombone as low brass instruments. So basically these guys are the root of the band. This is where a lot of the support comes from. Play a little trombone. The way you change the notes, it's like a little slide whistle. The further out you put the slide, the longer the instrument is. So the lower the sound in some cases. Play a little here. instrument. You get to do little slidey things. Okay, what am I missing? That's all the brass. And then let's go to percussion. Okay. So I was putting all of these instruments on top of my beautiful little marimba. So percussion instruments include anything that you hit to make sound, okay? Whether that's drums, whether that's a mallet or anything like that. If it's struck to make sound, it's going in the percussion family. So this right here, I've got my little marimba. It's super cute, it's super fun. You'll notice it has a bottom row and a top row. It's just like a piano. The bottom row are the white keys, top row are the black keys on a piano. A little hit with two mouths. Ah. Great, awesome. Okay, that's that. And then I guess we can move on to strings now. Okay, so me and Miss Behrens were just hanging out earlier and we were playing duets. So we're gonna play a duet on the violin right now. Miss Behrens, can you come? Yes, awesome. I know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be quick. I have lessons to do at 2:40. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That would be so funny, wouldn't it? You know what? I don't even, so I'll just play it. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't even have the music, but I'm gonna do a little can-can. I'm so organized, aren't I? Nice, great. So that's the violin, the nice little fiddle. Now the orchestra instruments, they all look the same, but they come in a lot of different, I don't want to say sizes because they're different instruments. So Miss Behrens is walking up right now. This is a cello. Okay, do you want to play a little cello? Yeah. I know we're moving so fast, guys, but there's so many to get through. Thank you so much. Also, so that's the cello. We have the violin, the viola, the cello, and this is a bass. You can sign up for all these instruments. This instrument, like when you hear a rock band and there's drums, guitar, and bass, this is the type of instrument that is. This is an acoustic version, so it doesn't plug into an amp. It just makes sounds on its own. But that's the bottom of the strings. Did I miss anything? Scott or Mr. Hammer Jillian?
I think you didn't have a viola to show, but that's okay.
Oh, it's over. I can show it.
That's okay.
Okay. If there's any, I also I know I just literally zipped through that so fast, but I wanted to make sure we had time for all of it. If I need to play anything again, or if anyone wants to hear anything again, totally.
Right. So also, guys, I want to thank Mr. Wagner and Ms. Behrens and Mr. Verkuda for the demos. I just want to say too that Ms. McDonald and Mr. Wagner will be physically walking around both buildings. Mr. Wagner and Drew, Ms. McDonald and GNR, they'll be actually, walking around in the buildings to see you guys physically in person. And in this way, if there's any other questions, you can ask them, and I'm sure they'll be very happy to demonstrate instruments in person. So, any of them. So I'm going to share my screen again, just real quick, because I do want to talk a little bit, go back to this slide. All right. So, just want to say both, all of our teachers are going to work with you to find the instrument that you're going to have the most success with. It's not, that's why we were asking everyone to do the little matching tool. Also, we just want to make it really clear, and parents, if you're listening as well, that most students do rent our instruments, but if you're not able to, for whatever reason, we will find an instrument for you. Okay, so if there's any sort of financial concern in terms of renting an instrument, do not let that stop you from joining our program. We will work with you. Loaner instruments are available for students who may be demonstrating a financial need. All you need to do is confidentially speak with any of the teachers, and we will work with you getting a loaner instrument. Okay, so let's go on to the next slide. I think Mr. Bercuda, this is your slide, and Mr. Bercuda, you're gonna start off, and then we're gonna then also ask Alejandro and Mariana to speak. All right, go ahead, Mr. Bercuda.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ham. Again, I'm Mr. Bercuda. I'm one of the teachers over at the Drew School. There are a couple of things that when you sign up and you agree to be a part of the band, you're going to be responsible for, and we're going to expect you to do. One, we cannot teach you how to play your instrument or read music, which are the composer's instructions on how they want you to play the song, right? So we can't teach you how to use the machine that you choose or read the instructions without coming to lessons on a weekly basis, right? So we're going to see you once a week for those lessons. We're also going to try to put you into the big group, and we're going to teach you how to play with all the other instruments. So I kind of like to think of it as I played a lot of baseball, so I like to think we're going to teach you how to play first base, and then we're going to teach you how to play baseball with the rest of the team together, okay? Band is also something that we're going to really enjoy doing, and hopefully you're going to want to practice at home in front of your family, in front of your friends. In this digital age, you'll want to send us Flipgrid videos of your practicing, or maybe even Zoom or practice with your friends online. So please, practice is a very important thing that we're going to expect you to be doing. Please take care of your instrument. Just like a car, if you don't take care of it, it's not going to work very well, and it's not going to make the music you want it to make. So please, we're going to teach you how to keep it in good shape and treat it well. All right. And please always bring a good attitude. Even if in our school, Mr. Lee teaches us how to deal with frustration and getting angry at things, right? And sometimes we work on things really hard and it might not work. Just have a good attitude, work as hard as you can, and good music will come. I'm going to stop there. Alejandro, do you have anything you'd like to say, please?
Definitely, yeah. Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a phenomenal day. My name is Alejandro. I have been part of the band for like maybe 7 years now. I'm in 11th grade. I'm going into senior year next year, and it has been the experience of a lifetime. I literally cannot say that strongly enough. I have been in like so many bands, like the wind ensemble, the jazz band. I'm also part of the flute gang, so go flutes. But I hope you all can be excited as I was the first time I ever stepped on like a marching field or played a performance for the first time, because that's what really makes it worth it. You know, those culminations, those performances, all that stuff just makes it so worthwhile. You get to sit in front of your parents, your friends, and they get to see the work you've put in. They get to see the art you've created, and it's pretty freaking cool. And I know that you'll love it if you join it. So definitely join band.
Can I jump in on that, Mr. Ham?
Go for it.
On the performances thing, so this is something that people get excited for. But so we are performers. We're learning to perform. When you are on a basketball team and you're practicing your hoops, you're doing that to play a game. We practice, we work to perform. And there are a lot of performances, whether it's here in the elementary school, we play in the cafeteria. We play when people are walking in. We have our concerts. In middle school, you get to go on some trips, play on stages that are in different places. One of them's like in an amusement park and stuff like that. But we'll be moving around to all these different stages and giving you all of these opportunities to show off what you're learning. It's a very fun part of what we do.
Oh, it's awesome. And I can't speak to them enough. I think just Marianne or Jasmine, you guys want to speak?
Yeah, I'll speak.
Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Mariana, and I'm part of the Krebs band currently. I've been playing piano since I was in about kindergarten. I'm in 8th grade currently, and I've been playing flute since about like 4th grade. And I would highly recommend choosing an instrument, and just learning how to play it, because you learn so many skills when playing an instrument. Like teamwork is like a huge one, because you're just one piece of a band that you have to join with others to create a beautiful song. And if one group of the band doesn't work together with the rest, it doesn't sound right. So please consider joining an instrument. And like Alejandro said, if the instrument you choose, you have difficulty with it, just try not to give up, because it takes time and dedication. But if you don't like a type of instrument, you can just try another one. And I love being a part of band. I've met so many new friends, and I look forward to continuing my love of playing the flute. And I wish you all the best in choosing your instrument and starting your own musical path.
All right, great. Okay, so the one more slide. We just want to say very clearly that yes, it is safe to play an instrument in school. We know with the COVID situation, thankfully things are getting better. So we just want to just stress that we're taking every single precaution possible, even as we move into next school year. You know, we have started. I don't know if you're in school if you're coming into school, we are starting to actually again play in school. The 4th and 5th graders are starting to play. We're getting these bell covers and specialized masks to help prevent the spread of COVID. So it is safe to play in school. We just want to make that very clear. We're taking every precaution, so we don't want that to deter anybody from joining our program, because it's a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen. And what I will do is this: if we're going to open the chat up for just a few minutes, if you have a question, you can put it into the chat. We will try to get to it today. If we don't get to it, we'll try to respond to it. The only thing I ask is please, I ask that it's a relevant question that you feel others may also have. Okay. So just try to make sure you're asking questions that that others would also benefit from. Okay. All right, so the chat is on. If you want to ask a question in the chat, we will try to respond to them. Okay.
So while we're typing in the chat, I feel like I'm just going to try and answer questions before they happen. Is there a guitar? There are guitar classes in middle school and high school. So as far as picking the instrument, like, I don't want you to think that we're like kind of pushing you towards one instrument or another. It's not like that. It's kind of, I always use basketball analogies because it works really well. And just, if I see a kid walking down the halls who's taller than I am, a 4th grader who's like 6'5" or something, I might say, hey, maybe you would want to try and play basketball. I think you're really good at that. That doesn't mean that the super short kid can't beat the tall kid. That doesn't mean that at all. But certain things might be easier for certain people. So that's why we kind of push people towards certain instruments. And we want to make sure that you're going to be successful. Okay, there's so many questions.
That came up was about what days are we, when are we rehearsing? When do we practice? So just to go over that real quick. This would be new for next year. So you're going to have one full rehearsal with a large group, and it's going to be before school. And if we put it in the slide deck, if you receive busing, that you'll get bused to school, you'll just get bused earlier. We will let you know what day that's going to be. That information will also be going out to your parents. And then you're going to have a once a week lesson during the day. Okay. And that will be arranged with each teacher. Okay. All right, so I'm going to open the chat up again, and just again, if you do have any, we're going to only open it up for about a minute. If you have a question that's going to apply for everybody, you know, we'll open it up. Just type it into the chat. You know, we ask that you not type letters. Please just type a question.
Mr. Ham, I saw a couple fly by here.
Yep.
One, the saxophone is going to be a 5th grade instrument that you can play in 5th grade. We recommend starting on clarinet if your end goal is the saxophone. Okay, that's a good place to start. The other statement I saw go by was, we do ask you to try to play your instrument more than 1 year in a row. We don't want you starting on flute and then going to clarinet and you're trying to find a musical home. You don't want to move homes every year. It's going to be really hard for you to get really good at the instrument of your choice.
Okay. All right. So we also have some questions about loaning instruments. All right. As I said, you know, we can loan you one. We will take care of getting you an instrument if needed. Okay. You know, to encourage what Mr. Bercuda had said, yeah, we do want to, you know, you want to find your musical home. That's really what we want to do. And I see a lot of people asking, can I play the clarinet? Can I play the flute? Can I play this? Can I play that? All the instruments that Mr. Wagner demonstrated earlier are the choices, and we are going to, your teachers are going to work with you and to choose what instrument is going to be best for you. Okay. And we're going to turn off the chat now. And the one question I did see fly by was how many people can join. We can take the entire grade level, we will take any 4th grader, any 5th grader. So There is no limit. The only limit for who can join or how many people are in the school. All right, so we encourage everyone to join. So don't feel like this is not an audition thing. There's no tryouts. We're hoping we can get as many people in our program as we can. We do ask that you just complete the matching tool. And then what we'll do is tomorrow we're going to be sending out to your parents sign up information as well. All right, so thank you guys for coming. We're going to wrap it up, and you will be seeing our teachers in the near future. Have a great afternoon, everybody.